Good evening, everyone. My name is Ty. If y'all don't know, I know there's some new viewers coming on tonight, so let me reintroduce everyone. We got MJ in the building, we got Lena, we got Dr. Camille, my beautiful ladies. And then today we have special guests. We have Qiana and we have Tequila. So we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship, female entrepreneurship, and later on we'll have the fellows of Brilliant SWAGG coming on tonight. They are the male version of us, so I'm sure they'll have some juicy conversations just like us, but it'll be the male version. So yeah, let's get into this. I do want to give Qiana and Tequila the floor to discuss some of their entrepreneurship challenges and entrepreneurship success stories. Anything y'all want to talk about? I'm gonna give the floor to y'all. Let's hear it.
Go ahead, Qiana. I'll let you start it off.
Okay, so I'm Qiana. I own Q.Co Candle Company. I launched it last April. It's actually my second company because I own a home flipping business with my sister called Dual Divas Property Solutions. And I also work full time. I don't know why I choose to punish myself this way.
I feel you, honey. I feel you.
Yes, but it's a blessing. But yeah, I'm in 2 stores here in North Carolina. I'm in Twig & Co Company, which is in Aberdeen. I'm also in, I have a shop within Painted Tree Boutiques that's in Gastonia. And both are doing really, really well. And of course, I have my online store. One of the main things that I have to work out is my time management. It seems I never have enough. Every time I feel like I'm completing something on my to-do list, I have 19 more. So for me, that is the main thing, is maintaining my to-do list and getting all aspects of business done, not just making the product and getting people out there, but I gotta do the business stuff. I gotta pay taxes, all those types of things. So those are my challenges, to remember all of the back end things that need to happen because it's just me.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel it, but I love it. Black women magic over here.
Oh, excellent.
Tequila, let's hear it.
Well, I own Impulse Resolutions, where I partner with different solopreneurs as well as small business owners to help them manage their businesses. So I sit there and consult them what they need: virtual assistants, that they need social media management, they need digital marketing, also financial advisement. Also, part of my subsidiary is called Take a Shot with Tequila, just to spin on my name as a coaching, just to coach them and consult them on different things they have going on. The biggest part was just making sure this was something I wanted to do with the time, because like Qiana says, you still have your full time when you first getting started, and then you're trying to do all the other businesses at the same time. Fortunately, all of my stuff is virtual compared to having that brick and mortar like Qiana has. So time management is definitely a big thing for me because I'm managing multiple clients for multiple things, whether it's virtual assisting, digital marketing, financial assist, so many things. So that time is definitely a big thing for me. So trying to keep my calendars together, making sure those phone numbers are working correctly. And then just when I first got started was the big hustle. It's like, how do I want to do this? Coming up with a name for your business, coming up with, a domain, building a website. So that back end stuff, that was somewhat of a challenge, is trying to figure that out. But now it's kind of smooth sailing, even though some days I wish like I want to go to sleep because my nights are long. But hey, that's part of the business.
I feel that. I'm over here looking for your TikTok. I was going to be like, follow Tequila on TikTok, and then I couldn't find you. Go ahead, let them know your name on TikTok.
Impulse Resolutions. So if you put in Impulse Resolutions, is there. I think on TikTok it's Impulse_Resolutions. On Facebook it's Impulse Resolutions LLC. And then on Instagram it's also Impulse_Resolutions.
Yes, there we go. Qiana, did you have any social medias that you're on for your
I
business?
do, and it's all of them are Q.Co Candle Co. So Q.Co Candle Co. They're all the same. because I need to keep up with them as well.
Exactly.
But yes, they're all the same.
Simple.
I'm not real active on TikTok. I'm getting there, but trying to manage Instagram, Facebook,
Oh, yeah.
Pinterest.
It's a lot.
Also on Pinterest, there's so many avenues to
LinkedIn,
kind
all
of
of
tell
them.
a
Yes,
source.
girl.
So yeah.
It's a lot.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
that.
And then my
pretty
website
smart-
also is the same. It's just www.impulseresolutions. Very simple. Keep it all together.
Oh, my website is the same. So it's www.q.co candle. So yeah.
Okay, y'all went super fast. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this. 'Cause I'm like,
It's okay. We'll refresh you at the
Gotta
end.
take notes.
We'll add it back
Yeah,
at the
for
end.
sure.
closer to the end.
All right, my pretty smart cast. I don't know if I've ever asked y'all about this or got in y'all's business like that, but do we have any entrepreneurs or corporate women with side hustles? I know Miss Dr. Camille, she's top notch. Let's hear from my pretty smart girls.
We'll start with Dr. Camille since she's
Congratulations on that.
Thank y'all so much. You're making me blush right now. I'm so happy, so grateful and thankful. Yes, I have launched my organization development firm. I specialize, of course, in organization development, but really focusing on peacemaking, conflict studies. And I have been traveling in New York. I ended up landing a contract that had me doing it's mediation training for EAP collaborators and coordinators, if you will. And it's been a really, really eye-opening experience. So very happy to do that. And also coaching, imposter phenomenon coaching for men and women of color in the workplace. And so that's also something that spun out of school, and just want to continue to help those who are really, getting in their own way and really needing to be encouraged and uplifted in that space so that they can be the best that they can be and be pretty smart like you two, all of you here. So
love it.
yeah. So thank y'all. Thank you so much for the
Y'all
love.
are my
And congratulations to Qiana, your candle company. I love candles. I'm a big believer in self-love, self-care, wellness, and doing those things. And it seems like Tequila, your business goes in line with what we need right now as Black women entrepreneurs. We got to have that rest in there too, because we can't burn out and we can't stress out, because we need what you are offering. So yeah, big ups to the two women too who also have
Thank you.
businesses.
Yes,
Take that.
love to see it. Y'all are my inspiration for sure. All right, MJ. If you're not an entrepreneur, what's something that you could see yourself doing?
Actually, I'm glad to say that I did jump into the entrepreneurial pool not too long ago, about 2 years ago. I started my first LLC, and then from there registered a couple of brand names in US and Canada, and I just launched my Amazon FBA store with that trademarked brand. We just launched it in January.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
Big
you so much.
things popping.
I know. I love it.
It's awesome. So like Miss Tequila was saying, most of my stuff I think everything is virtual. Yeah, everything is virtual. So we're selling on Amazon, and then I also self-publish books on Amazon, KDP, and then some Etsy stores. We're launching our second Etsy store. So lots to do, and I can definitely see myself utilizing Miss Tequila services and Dr. Valentine services, because like you were saying, it's so necessary to pull on as entrepreneurs what we're not good at, and pulling on that are, synergy.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Love it.
All right, Lena.
Contrary to what Qiana says,
What?
super busy.
Don't do that.
I am super busy.
He's just salty.
Very salty. Yeah, very salty. So I am in the process of becoming a doula. I'll hopefully have my certification by the end of April.
Excellent.
Welcome aboard. We was waiting on you. I was waiting.
It really was. Like, where is she? Because she definitely texted all of us saying she was going to be.
Yes.
Welcome.
But doula.
Yep, I'm becoming a doula. I also have an event planning business that I have already started. Let me see what else. I have a candle business as well, but it's not as thriving as can I call you Qiana?
Absolutely.
It's not as thriving as that. It's just kind of like a hobby for me, but I do have that business. as well as I do have a business where I do like therapy. But it's growing, and I hope to hopefully one day open a restaurant. So
Excellent.
and everything right there.
Love it.
Love it.
I love
Black girl magic. Love it.
Exactly.
Trying.
All right, Darvanique, we putting you in the hot seat.
Okay, what I'm cooking up. Hey, everybody. Okay, so I'm
happy to join us.
Well, first of all, answer the question. Where the hell you been?
She doesn't even know that. Exactly. In the hot seat.
I've been working. Y'all know, like I mentioned the last time, I'll be doing 7 films this year. And I've been getting ready for the premiere that's happening next month. So can you imagine I have to fly to Atlanta and the pressure that I'm under with making sure as a lead actress, I have everything together. Right. And, you know, I've been talking to the production team consistently and the writers and, you know, the people that are going to be a part of the press. I'm like, this is a lot. This is what they got to go through. Yes. Let me show up and be cute for once.
That's right.
But it's like, you know, it's the kissing hands and shaking babies and the politics behind it. And Tequila, I'm so serious. You know, so I've been kind of focusing on that. And then being a mom, being a single mom. I love my babies. One of them is running around right now. And, you know, writing, I'm working on, you know, my own business and working on writing a book right now. And it's just going to be a little short. Thank you, doctor. Oh, I love saying that. You're a doctor in our group. I love saying that. And it just makes me feel so empowered and honored to sit amongst so many talented women, entrepreneurs and business minded, and people searching for things that are better for their souls. I mean, we just all evolving in here, and I love to be a part of this experience. So that's my where the hell I've been.
You served it. So yeah, that y'all are definitely inspiration for me. Right now, I'm still like the corporate lady, but you know, some things that people really don't know about me. Actually, my bachelor, I got my bachelor's degree in general business, and I studied entrepreneurship as well. So I do want to venture off in that. I actually want to start my own production company, which I think I told Qiana, but nobody else.
Excellent.
So I've been writing a lot, and I had started writing in Houston, and I was actually able to work with a production company out there. But then when COVID hit, I moved, and so I just like lost my motivation. But now I'm back to it, and I plan to start filming this summer. I'm getting my actors together. I already got my production team together, and like everyone's so motivated, so it motivates me even more. So I'm excited for this new journey for myself. No, I am not trying to run you out of business, Kelly. I had this talk with you. Okay,
there's nothing wrong with a little bit of competition, honey.
Right, we in this together. I can broadcast your stuff while I'm doing my stuff. You know,
support each other. Yes,
exactly. So that's a little bit about me. And then I love that you guys are on here tonight. And this is the best. I don't know why we didn't start with this in the first place. Entrepreneurship. This is everything. Like, I don't know. I'm losing my motivation and then starting to gain it back. And then coming on here with y'all tonight and hearing these stories. I'm like, oh my God, that's so powerful. Yeah, like, y'all are really doing it. And y'all are like me. You're women, you're Black. I mean, that's enough for me right there. So I'm definitely thankful for that. I do want to get into some more topics as far as entrepreneurship goes. Let's discuss. So we kind of talked about the challenges. What are some of the success stories that y'all have?
Making the clients happy. Having the clients that I have, they're always coming back, and the referrals you get from them. Because the best advertisement, of course, is word of mouth, regardless of how many TikToks I do, how many Instagram posts I put on there. Word of mouth is always the best customer because they're telling them what you have done for them. So I have I'm getting a lot of real estate agents that's coming through who are trying to build their time management, their calendars. And some people organization is just poor. So they're so used to being out in the field, so they don't know how to manage it from the inside. So a lot of those are big, clients, and that's where the money is a lot of times. But it's hard to get to them because I used to wouldn't work with real estate, but I realized that hey, I try not to have a niche because sometimes people tell you that you need a niche down. When you start out, yeah, that's probably good, but once you're trying to expand, and when you're dealing with like real estate agents, they're always in the field, so it's hard to get in contact with them. It's like, okay, I need to talk to you now. So how does that work? So expansion is always a good thing. When you're getting referrals, that lets you know that you're doing things well. Because when you're not getting those referrals, it's like they don't want to be with you. So those recurrent customers and referrals are amazing. Yes,
love it.
Congratulations!
Yes, congrats. So I want to share. So a win for me is I haven't been in business a year yet, but I've already had 3 people reach out to me wanting my products. One in a spa, one in a store within New Jersey, and another lady wants it to be within her. She kind of sells like home goods, like she makes the things for the front door and the wreaths and all of that, but she wants to add some ambiance to it and give it like more of a boutique feel than just the things that she makes. So for me, being invited and not, just at that point, I had only been in business for about 8 months, kind of putting myself out there. So for me to be invited, that means that what I'm putting out there, the community that has received it has loved it. Because somebody's talking about it because I don't know these people. That's a huge win for me. And my goal for this year was to get into 3 different areas, 3 brick and mortars. I'm already at 2. I have another invitation, so I'm gonna make my goal before the end of first quarter. So now I feel like I can set 2 goals. So that was my goal for the year, and I'm here, in the second month of the year. So
girl, get it.
Yes.
Dream bigger, baby.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I also try to have realistic goals so that I don't let myself down. I don't want to say, okay, by February, I want to have, 9 brick and mortars. I mean, it still has to be realistic. I still have, a child to raise. I still have a job to go to. I still have the other business to maintain with my sister. And I have to pour all of my product. None of it comes from anywhere but me. And I don't make just candles. There's the room sprays. There's the carpet freshener. There's all the things. So I also try to be realistic, but now I kind of need to reassess them because I don't know if I want to build upon those things or if I want to add new goals. So that's kind of where I am for right now.
And Qiana, your candles are more like aromatherapy from your background, right?
They're not. It depends what you want to use them for. It could be for just simply your self-care. If you want to light it just to sit by the tub at night, just to kind of soak and get yourself to relax.
But to have it while we're having the pretty smart show,
I know.
Yes.
Let me show you a cute one. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, let's see it.
So this one here, this one is a part. Can you see it?
Ooh,
That's pretty.
Beautiful.
Trying to see. Let me see. There we go. So this is the part of the melanin collection.
Yes, melanin.
I only have this one come out. Let me see if I can get out of the light because the label is gold. You can't really see it.
Yeah,
I see it. It's outlined in gold. It's white outlined in gold.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yes, right there.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes, and I love the coconut.
Yeah.
So Qiana, that leads
Love it. Love it.
So Qiana, that leads to one of my questions that I had for you and Ms. Tequila and all the entrepreneurs about mindset, right? Going into this new year, you talked about goals. What was your mindset last year when you started, and how is your mindset changing, evolving, and you're setting those goals? And what's some of the breakdown, your process when you're creating those goals?
So for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never thought that I would own a candle company. It wasn't as if I set out and I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. Let me research it. I'll be honest with you. I like to build furniture. I also like to remodel. I replaced all the floors in my home. I like to do a little bit of everything. So I was actually watching a YouTube video on how to replace the shower head. The shower head video turned into a lady making candles. I ended up watching those videos for 3 or 4 hours. So here I am now making candles.
That's me all day.
Inspiration.
So honestly, it's something that really just kind of came to me. Honestly, I feel like it was purposeful. I was meant to see that because normally I watch what I need to watch, turn it off and keep going, go do my project and move on. This one, I ended up 9 months of testing before I even poured or sold my first candle. So it was 9 months of tears, a lot of self-doubt because I'm like, it's not working because it's really a chemistry set. So my mindset did shift because initially my goal was to just see if anybody would like it. It wasn't, I never had the goal of, oh, this will be my end game. This will be what helps me to leave my job. But now that is a goal, that it is going to expand enough to where I am going to be able to quit my W-2 and this will be my livelihood. So for me, that's why going into the mindset with my goals that I have for this year, it changed because initially it was just, oh, let's just see how people feel about it, to now, oh, people like it. Let me see how I can get it to more people.
Yeah. Awesome.
Awesome.
Excellent. So my mindset started as, what the hell do you think you're going to do with all this time that you don't have, right? So I had to trick myself to say, how do you know you can't do it? You're psyching yourself out. So I had to tell myself and rephrase the words that I was using, saying, you can do this. No matter how much sleep I miss, go ahead and get it started. Because you can trick yourself into not doing things that you truly want to do. I tell people, if you have dreams, dream big, because if they're not big enough to scare you and you feel like it's not something you can't do, it's not big enough. Right. So I also have my kids that I want to show that they can do anything that they want to do, no matter what's going on in their lives. So my mindset, I had to trick myself to say, time wise, how are you going to be able to do this? Where are you going to find the money? Where are you going to find the clients? After you tell yourself you can do something and you continue to work on your business, no matter how hard it gets, the rewards will come to you, right? So another thing I kind of focus on, because mine is more virtual, so people don't know me as much until they talk to me. So I'm always having consultation calls about them. And then that imposter syndrome comes in, like, hey, how they know to trust me? How do they know that I can get this job done? So you do have that self-doubt, and you have to trick yourself to say every single time, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, don't do that to yourself. So that positive reinforcement on yourself, even when other people may even doubt you. I had those people too say, oh, no, you can't do that, and you have to know that, no, it's nothing that you can't do. So that mindset has to always go back to a positive instead of that negative, because it's going to creep in. It might be a couple months where that money is not the same, or those clients are not coming in, and that's okay. That's the part of the ups and downs. Just know that, because when you do not have those clients or as many clients as you want, you continue to work on your business, elevating your business. So that way, when it gets elevated to a point, they say, oh, well, I see what she's doing now. So yeah, let me call on her, and then, again, that's where those referrals come in at. So that's my mind.
Right. I love
It looks
it.
like we all stay busy and we all got kids. Like, how does that work? Because them kids, boy, them kids.
God, it's just figure it out.
That's a whole entrepreneurial business within itself,
Exactly.
Running and managing and uplifting and restocking and all kinds of stuff.
Them domestic engineers, honey, they don't get the credit they deserve.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I think, we all deserve that credit, because these kids, man. I love being a mom, but I don't think I was prepared for how much work I had to put in.
Yes.
God dang.
It's a lot of work.
So
it's like a baby. That's what a business is too. It's like a baby.
Gotta nurture
You have to nurture that baby. You are thinking about that baby, and it's 24/7. It's not like a 9 to 5 where you get to take breaks and you get to. Well, you tell yourself you can't take breaks, and you tell yourself you have to do all these things. But stress is real, and stress is the number one killer for Black women. And burnout is also real. And so, yes, we do have these ambitions, and we do have this workload, and we do have the things that we want to do. But at the same time, we must make sure that we are taking care of ourselves and our self-care. It's like if you're on an airplane, like traveling so much, that is the number one thing that they tell us. If you are in danger of losing your oxygen, you want to put that oxygen mask on yourself first, so that you can then be around to be of help, to sell and to serve. But if you're not here, who are you going to reach, baby?
Yes.
So, but I will also say that I was looking at JP Morgan's, their wealth management, and it said Black women are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs, but the job isn't easy. And it talked about us being this demographic, that is struggling because we don't have the actual capital, to succeed, and capital to make things easier for us to give ourselves that year's worth of income to help us take care of the business expenses, to take care of the staff, to take care of the things that we really need, marketing and things like that, to make our lives easier. So I think this year moving forward, one of the things we need to focus on is getting the assistance, like Tequila is talking about, virtual assistants. And then also going after the free money, the grants.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the one thing that you mentioned is like a lot of people feel like, oh, how can I start a business? How can I make it grow?
Mm-hmm.
Your credit when it comes to business credit is better than I know people who
Your
have
personal
bad
credit.
personal credit, but they can get a
Yeah.
business loan. Your
Yes.
your business credit goes higher than you are. So some people buy houses and cars when they shouldn't, but the people who are really money management titled into that business, like I'm not trying to get it off the grip to do other things, they can build that business because it's important that they know that that's a lot of grants,
Mhm.
free money, but there's also business loans, and the percentages are not as high as it would be if it was a personal loan
Mhm. Mhm.
as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why I've added
And
that
it's a lot to
financial
process.
planning and
Yes.
advisement to my company because a lot of people don't know how to get that money if they need that brick and mortar type of thing or how to even start. But you just have that a legitimate business in name on paper,
Mhm.
and that
Mhm.
business credit will come.
Exactly. So yeah, absolutely. Get your LLCs, in other words, is what she's saying. Make sure you have your LLCs. Make sure you have your LLCs that is a business address outside of your home,
Yes.
not the regular PO boxes, and open up your business account. And from there, that's how you get access to capital and funding and make our lives easier. So I think 2023 is about the rise of the goddess queen, us
Yes,
working
for sure.
smarter and not harder.
Absolutely.
Really embracing all of our gifts. Yes, we're so multi-talented. I see so many things in all of you, and it's a beautiful thing. And I think that so many other women need to see this too. So for sure.
Absolutely.
I do have a question about the LLCs though, because I was always told that like you would get the LLC and then start the business, but then I was just told it's better to make money off the business first and then get the LLC. What do y'all think based on your experience?
I couldn't do mine that way because I needed to have insurance. And to
Yes.
have insurance, I needed to have an LLC, an established LLC with an EIN. So I couldn't do it in reverse for either business.
Right.
To piggyback off of Q, yes, I needed to do also not just for insurance, but also sales permits, and then also for the liability to distance myself liability wise
Yes.
from whatever it is that I have going on. So I created the LLC first, did the EIN number, the Duns and Bradstreet number, when I, did what I needed to do to get, build that credit, like Miss Tequila was talking about, business credit builders and so on and so forth, so that I could move forward. But I had to create it first.
Absolutely.
Mine
And
was
it's
a little bit
important too
different.
because like it's important, like MJ said, a lot of people don't think about the LLC protects you. So if someone was to come back to sue you, they take everything you have. So and keep them from suing you, they're suing your business that's outside of your personal stuff. So it's good to
Right.
have that set up, especially I tell people when you're starting out, go ahead and get it. What harm does it take? There's no harm in getting that, but it's definitely going to protect you, number one. And then it's going to help you with the business credit. And it's just so many things that it's going to help you with to expand when you want to. And
I
it
had like
doesn't
a
cost
different
you that much.
experience for mine because my business, as I started off my first company, was providing mediation services. So, now I'm doing more, like about 30% of my business now is still in divorce mediations. But because I had low risk in that business, I started it out as a personal, just as a personal person doing the business and just established my business name because I had low liabilities. And it
Right.
allowed me to build up some funds because as you are in business every year, there's a fee associated with that to keep your business name legit with the state. And that's about, a little under $1,000. So you do want to make sure that you are, transition from it being a hobby to an actual business where you're actually getting funds and kind of learning the ropes and things of that nature. But I mean, it goes so deep, y'all, like to even go in as far as, getting registered as a Black woman-owned business or minority-owned business and connecting yourself with government contracts. And that's the area that is new to me now, and I'm kind of learning about it more and more. But when I did have my mediation service company for California, it was a huge benefit to have these funds earmarked because it gives us an advantage when we're going after larger contracts. So,
Absolutely.
Love
Yeah.
that. Love that.
Dr.
So I
Camille,
just
I
wanted
have
to
a
add
question.
one more thing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, going back to what you said, Dr. Camille, when you mentioned when you first started with your LLC, you had it personally. For those who are listening, what do you mean you had it personally? What does that mean? Like, was that your home address or was that a different?
No, I just went ahead and I did the PO box. I signed it as right now. It's escaping me because now I'm all with LLC and S corp, all this, right? So now I'm losing my mind on what do we initially call ours? Oh, sole proprietor. So I
Sole
initially
proprietor,
started off as a sole proprietor because with mediations we have low risk. You can't even sue us in the court because we're so very private and everything is confidential and voluntary and self-determining. So I necessarily didn't have to worry about anybody suing me as I would when I was in real estate, 15, 20 years ago. Now, I definitely had to come out and make sure that I had protection because I was high risk for being sued. So you're looking at pretty much like what's your risk factor getting into this? And then also helping you determine your risk factor, which is one thing that I've loved. I have a contract with Fresno Metro Black Chamber of Commerce in helping Black women establish their business plans. So when you are starting off with your business plans, a lot of times we just, I have this idea, jump into business and not really do that research. But it's worth your while doing the business plan so that you can kind of create the guide for yourself. And it allows you also the blueprint for when you are going for funding, you already are situated and you don't have to go back and create those things. Because you have a small window when these little opportunities arise. It's like, 2 weeks and you need to get that,
Yeah.
So, yeah. There's a lot to manage, but you can do it, and we're doing this work. So
before we bring the fellows on, I did wanted to get in the taxes really quick because I feel like I have so many questions, but I'm gonna try to keep it very minimum. With the taxes, what are your challenges, or what advice would you give someone who is kind of getting into this and it's like, I know nothing about taxes. I only know about W-2s and how to file those. What do I do now with this business?
Keep your receipts. Keep your receipts on everything. You can write off in a business, you can write off everything. I can go out and eat lunch with you ladies and write it off on my business, so keeping those receipts and making sure it works for you, because those taxes are higher because you're thinking like a 30 to 40% bracket compared to maybe the 9 to 10% as a personal tax code. So you just have to find those ways. And the main one is keeping receipts because a lot of people don't keep those. So you have to sometimes, depending on how your business is registered, they will audit you. So if you do not have those receipts, it's coming back on you. You don't want to have that big paycheck coming out that you have to pay to the government when you know that you did it legitly. So even 3, 5, 7 years, do not get rid of any receipts, period. Because you might get through this year, next year, but then that 5th year comes around and they want to audit you, and you want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row. That is the main thing I would say.
Great advice. I learned that the hard way. Being an actress and modeling, I never really, I guess I was told, you got to keep up with that because they don't take taxes out. And so I kind of was just like, whatever, I'm keeping this money. But no, I struggled. When I got to taxes, it was like, oh, you made this, you made this, you made this, but you didn't pay taxes on it. And then they have that every 6 months, I believe, you sometimes, or you have to pay quarterly.
If you pay it quarterly, it's easier, so you don't have to have that big lump sum at the end. So it helps you not see that. And also, when it comes to, what is the word I'm looking for to help you understand? When it comes to maybe the business sense, is why a lot of people get caught up in taxes, is because they don't have a business account. So you have to make sure you have your personal account and your business account, and you're paying yourself. So they have to see where the money transfers, because you have to pay yourself. But I always tell people, pay yourself that minimum that as much as you can pay yourself, but then take away that 30 to 40% for taxes and fees. That way they can see where it's going. Because if they see that your business is mixed in with the personal, it's going to be an issue. So make sure you have a business account separate from your personal.
So I will say my businesses are registered in Nevada. They're registered in Nevada, and then of course they're registered in North Carolina because that's where I do business. But they're registered in Nevada because they have the most protections for small business. They're one of the states that have a lot more protection. So we started that with our home flipping business because we went to a large real estate conference that started with one of those 2-hour classes, and we ended up paying a large amount of money, but they taught us a whole lot. We paid a lot of money to get this information, but they gave us an abundance of information. And I actually, my CPA is actually in Nevada as well. just because there's more protections, and people don't realize that you can register your business in another state.
Yeah, I just
That
found
has
that out
better
too.
protections for whatever business you have. And you
Mhm.
just have to be registered in the state that you're doing business in for license purposes, for sales tax purposes, and those types of things. So that's one other thing to think about that a lot of people don't know, because
Right.
I had no idea
Yeah.
beforehand.
And I think they're lenient too with their taxes, right? Nevada, Delaware, those
They
two.
are, but we don't have to pay taxes with them because we don't do any business there. We are just, they're our protection. Like you were talking about, you know, the LLC protects you.
Yeah.
So they are our protection because they offer more protections than other states do, like more than North Carolina, more than Virginia. So even if we were to flip a house in Virginia, and something were to happen to that home or whatever the case may have you, Nevada has separate protections as an LLC than I would have in this state. So it's just
And I think Nevada has that attorney privilege too, where they have that attached to it. Correct?
yes.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do your research, ladies.
Yeah.
News right here.
Homework to do.
If you
A lot of
pay-
homework.
Yeah,
I
if
was
you
gonna
pay
say, yeah.
anyone in to do something for you in any business, if you contract anybody and you pay them more than $600, you have to 1099 them because they are going to look for that on their taxes or on your taxes. So if you give them $601, they need a 1099, meaning you need their social and all of their information, because otherwise that's going to be a negative for you. If you give them $599, you don't need it.
You didn't ask, honey. You didn't ask.
What's happening to these messages we get that makes us laugh? Okay, we told you. You got the memo.
I have a question for. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Please, Lena, go ahead.
I have a question for Tequila. So when you get a client, is there at any point that you just say, okay, I don't really think entrepreneurship is your path? Do you think that there's ever a moment where you say, you know, you may not be an entrepreneur, but you can work up under somebody, but this ain't your calling? You ever get to that point?
Well, with most of my clients, they're the ones that's looking for me to do something for them. But I always tell people, you interview your clients. Every client is not a good client for you. It has to be like, some people say, well, I need the client, I need the money, I don't care. But some people are not good clients and they're going to run you crazy, and you can fire them as well. So with me, I always do a consultation. I need to know what you're looking for, what you're doing. And there's been many people say, no, I can't help you. I'm going to be honest with you, 100%. I can't help you, or we can do something smaller, certain packages that I have. But there will be times where I don't think anybody's ever not able to be helped when it comes to the services I get. But sometimes I do have other associates that I pin them off on because I feel like they're a better fit. So you just have to make sure that client is fit with you, because every client definitely will not be that one. It's like, oh my God, I love you so much. Yes, let's do this. So yeah. So you definitely, when you are going through those conversations, talking to them, make sure you're vetting them as well, you know, because if you feel like it's something your mind, your spirit, your body tells you no, follow that, because that knows it's going to be a disaster later. And they will be on Yelp and Google talking about some crazy stuff. So you got to be careful with that as well. So absolutely.
Definitely know that from experience. From event planning, I had this one bride. Yeah, I should have listened to my gut. Everything within me was telling me,
No.
you should work with her. And I was like, no, she's good. She's good. I never got paid. And she fired me the day before the wedding.
What?
Did you have a contract?
I did have a contract. And so I never showed up with the stuff. So if I don't get no money, you don't get your
Doesn't matter. So like with me, with my business, I always get paid up front. That's another thing. People feel like, oh, well, they don't know what kind of work I do. No, I get paid up front. Give me my money up front. I can always refund you if I need to, but you got to have in the contract that says how to get refunded. If I've done the work for you and you've used it, no, you don't get your money back.
Learn that lesson.
Have your ducks in a row when it comes to the legalities of that as well. Those non-disclosures and things, whatever you need.
And sometimes just because you have a contract, whether it's with, you know, you generated it or someone else generated for you, because there was a contract that I had to get out of with a company in Georgia who wanted to feature my candles in there. I paid a deposit. They didn't want to give it back. I wanted the deposit back because it did not state that the deposit was non-refundable. So she kept saying, we let you know, you let me know, we let you know, but you let me know in an email once I told you that I was backing out of the contract, and I backed out the way I was supposed to. I gave them a 30-day notice. They could sell my product until that 30 days was over. they could keep whatever, we had agreed upon. But the portion about them saying that the deposit was non-refundable was not in the contract that I signed. So we're still going through that now. So now I have to, do small claims, all of that. But I'm not going to let it end because she thinks because she sent my product back that it's over. It's not over because your contract did not state what you thought it stated. So that's going to be a learning curve for her. But you're not going to keep my money to learn that. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
No, I think that's important because everybody else has contracts that stipulates, their cancellation clauses. I also make sure that you cannot cancel on me 48 hours before I do a mediation or I still get paid. Right. And they typically honor those agreements. And so because they know, like, in the legal community, you're going to take the contract and go to small claims court and grab it. But, going that route also, it's just sometimes you do have to weigh the cost versus the benefit. And that's also emotional benefit, psychological benefit, all of these other things, because it takes away from time, the energy that you will be putting into your business and, being productive. Now you have to go and chase somebody for your money. So listening to that internal dialogue, like Lena's saying, is so important. Yes. And having your contracts, no handshakes for contracts. No, you need to make sure it's all written down in paper. So yeah,
even if you don't think that you're gonna need to cover it.
Even
if something comes up in conversation and something clicks to you about them, you can put it in that contract. Every contract doesn't have to be the same. Depends on the person, your client. Dark nigga, like, what?
Wait, hold on.
You gotta take notes.
Oh my god. You're from movie premiere. You're coming to Atlanta. I want to come support you. Tell us the deets, girl.
I know. I'll be there March 17th. March 17th at the something. See, this is my mind. I gotta figure out all the details.
Give us the info, please.
Yes, I'll drop the info. I'll share the info in our chat.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm hoping I'm here. I'm really hoping I'm here. So yes, I look forward to it.
My thoughts.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Lena? I missed it.
I was just saying my thoughts and prayers will be with you, Darvanique. I won't be able to make it, but all the energy.
Love it.
Safe travels for sure, yeah.
Yes.
But I did want to kind of get back to what Darvanique was looking like that. because contracts, honestly, they scare me. Like, I don't like, I mean, when it's given to me, I could read it. I could kind of pretty much interpret what it means, but me giving contracts to other people, it kind of scares me a little bit. So back on what you were saying, Tequila, about these contracts and being able to alter them, like how is that before they sign it, or can you alter? Okay,
before they sign it, but they can also try to negotiate with you. Sometimes they will say, oh, well, this contract, can I do this? And you have the right to say no. Again, it's your business. You have to do what works best for your business. And a lot of times the main thing that they try to with my contract or maybe lower the price, You'll never feel like you're going to devalue yourself. Now, sometimes, you might, if I'm in that discount stage and things like that, that's different. But we do have some clients, like if you have one that is a problem child, right? So like my contracts are usually 3 to 6 months or something like that, depending on what the service is. So we can update and redo the contract after that 3 months, 6 months, or whatever. Because if they become difficult, okay, no, this time we need to do something. So that's protecting you.
That's interesting. Yeah, being in college, I do not remember us discussing contracts and stuff. So I just, I listen to people, but then I'm like, okay, what do I go with? Where do I study? I do my research, and then I just make sure I have. But contracts, they scare me. I don't know why. They're very intimidating.
Rightfully so. Yeah. So, I think one of the things too is what I learned is that there's like all kinds of courses, free and super affordable, like on Udemy, for entrepreneurs. That yes, it's over its high level view, and it may not be applicable to your state, but there's so many things that I found in there that talked about the basics of contracts, what's negotiable and what's not. Pretty much everything on a contract is negotiable except for the consideration and you executing the task for it, but pretty much everything else. So I learned that, and it was just so eye-opening because, like you said, Ty, like we didn't learn this in school, I didn't learn this in college and so forth. And so that's one of the things with everything that I had going on. One of the things that I wanted to do was go to law school for a non-law, like non-GD degree for that. But I would say like a lot of the ladies, what you're saying is so like key, because I wasn't reading contracts like I should have in the beginning. Learning experience, you know, and then also things like just asking those questions, because they're not going to really tell us if we don't know, you know. So reaching out and asking those questions and finding out what this contract is about and what you're trying to get from it. And last thing, I'm sorry, I had like a whole list. One thing I also
Go for it. Yeah.
When I first started, before the website that we had now, I just was on Square, and I utilized the free Square. And what I found was that they have boilerplate contracts on there for free for all kinds of services rendered, NDA, goods and services being delivered and so forth on there for free. You know what I'm saying? So that was one thing that I utilized rather than try to get an attorney or download something. Things like that was pretty straightforward. I try to use those things as much as possible too. So.
And also when you register your business, depending on who you register with and the states that you register in, you can get those documents through the place you register your business from as well. So they'll help you with that as well.
Gotcha.
Most community colleges have a small business center. And you can go in the small business center for free. And there's people that work there that will pull up and tell you exactly what you need, print you a copy, give you a demo, whatever. But most community colleges have a small business center that you can utilize.
You can check out the Small Business Association too, the SBA. So that's a huge resource as well.
I love it.
And you can self-certify your business as a Black-owned, women-owned, so on and so forth on SBA for free. Yeah. Myself as a veteran and a disabled veteran at that, I have those additional so many out there for us. I mean, grants like I think Doctor and a couple of you were saying that are so specific that you wouldn't think that we'd be qualified for.
So much money out there that
get registered for it all of it. Yes. All of what you can, baby, all of it.
And you don't have to pay a lot of it back. So a lot of people forget about that. Go for those.
Right.
Yes. People think it's personal credit, but that doesn't matter when it comes to business. Just remember that.
Okay, we're getting ready to let the fellas on, get a little one-on-one with them and talk to them about their upcoming Brilliant SWAGG show. Okay. It's going to be coming on after Pretty Smart starting next week. I do want to thank Qiana and Tequila for sharing y'all's knowledge with us. Yes, I love it. Black Girl Magic for sure. And I think you got Qiana or Tequila, you're on My Perspective, right?
I am.
Okay, definitely check out My Perspective. It comes on before Pretty Smart. So, yeah, thank you, ladies, for coming on. We're going to get the boys on here.
For having us.
We enjoyed you guys.
Thank you for having me. It was nice to meet you guys.
Yes, nice to meet you, too. We'd love to have you back.
For sure.
Sometime, maybe towards the summer or something like that, ladies.
Awesome.
Good. Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. Great. I'm glad y'all are here. Y'all talking about contracts. I was laughing because I'm very big on contracts. Anytime I go do a job, the first thing I say is, I'm just here to dance for y'all. That's the first thing I say. We're going to leave that at that. All right.
Okay, Ebony.
Thank you, Qiana, and thank you, Tequila. Going to let the fellas in now. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Bye.
All right. Let's bring my fellas on here to meet you awesome ladies. I'm going to bring them on one by one to introduce them. We got the wonderful, amazing Jordan Hendricks. Jordan, how you doing?
Hey, Jordan.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Nice to meet y'all.
Hey, nice to meet you,
In
Jordan.
the booth, about to spit some bars.
Oh, man, you already know. Yeah, I got this whole thing set up for voice acting and everything. So, yeah, I put some time and effort in this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Then I'm not going to give a long introduction to me. I'm on the show. Y'all know me already. So, hey. All right, that's me. Then we've got Baby Jesus, I call him. We've got Matthew.
Oh, okay.
Baby Jesus.
Hello, everybody.
Y'all look related.
With the setup.
Just a little bit.
Who, me and Matthew?
It's the
Matthew and Jordan.
Yeah, y'all twins.
It's the hair, sure,
it's
right?
the skin tone.
Then we've got the awesome Jackson Health guy.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, Jackson.
Jackson got to come
Love
on with
it.
his deep voice. Pull your camera
I
down
know.
here.
That
A little
voice
bit.
caught me off guard. I'm like, what?
All right. Then we have Lametrius is here with
What's up? How everybody doing?
Yes.
What's up?
All right. And then to round out the melanin count, We have Mr. London Walker. Wait, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why doesn't it let you in? So Mr. London Walker is going to be on here. And then what I'm going to do, because only 10 people can be on here at a time, is I've already told Tashay what's going on. So I'm going to drop back because I know how to do an interview and speak. I'm going to get out of the way so that London can come on in.
All right, bye.
No,
Hey, London Walker.
What up, man?
All right, ladies. So this is our time to ask the fellas some questions. Give them any kind of question. Hopefully, they're okay with that. Y'all okay with that, fellas?
Whatever you got.
Okay,
Bring it on. We got it.
yes. Well, me first and foremost, I would like to know what you guys look forward to in your show starting next week.
The conversations, I guess. That's mostly what I'm intrigued about. What is it about? What's it gonna be?
Yeah. Are you guys gonna have like juicy topics where y'all like get
I
it?
hope so. I hope
Ooh,
so.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like it's about to
I
get. I feel like it's
really
gonna get
wanna-
real and everything. So yeah.
I want to really open people's minds up.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
bro.
what like in what way?
Like I just want to I want differing opinions to make one big beautiful opinion.
Yes, I love that for sure.
Yeah, hopefully it's like things we don't all agree on, so we all are coming from a different perspective, but
Yep.
everyone still understands and has time to, I don't know, just recognize and acknowledge everyone's differences.
Yes, I love that.
I love that. Okay.
I can't wait to see how y'all all mesh.
Right.
I feel like y'all's personalities will go great together, but it's only been a few seconds since I met y'all, so I'm not 100% sure, but I do look forward to seeing how it works. Ladies, do you have any questions for the fellas? Over
I
here
guess
blushing.
it would be,
Who you blushing
seems
at?
like, I know, right? It seems like the topics and wanting to have different perspectives.
I hope I'm not repeating anything. Can we look? Maybe somebody asked it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think Darvinique is delayed.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Darvinique.
Don't mind me. My audio is delayed. Never mind.
We can hear you now, though. Go ahead and talk. She over here blushing for somebody, and I'm anxious to know.
So I would like to know, because of the different perspectives that you all are looking to get into, what are some of the topics? Like, what subject matter areas are you wanting to explore?
I like to see different views on perspectives, like maybe parenting styles, maybe how they go about their day-to-day lives, how they take on the future, things like that. Mental awareness.
Coming from Jordan with parenting styles, right? We're all kids at the end of the day, or we're all work kids. So how we all grew up is going to definitely have different opinions on different parenting styles and how we're able to kind of combat each other, stick it together with each other, and go from there.
Hell yeah.
I do have a question though. I'm sorry. I do want to get y'all's ages really quick.
I'm 19.
19.
I'm 30.
28.
I'm 28.
19.
Okay. Go ahead, Jackson. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
You good? I was gonna say I really want to get into the societal aspect of a man's life, where it is today, and I really want to speak on how it affects men in their day-to-day life and things like that. And I know there's already shows all over the place that people really talk about that stuff, but I really want to put my spin on it because I feel like I have a pretty good opinion on it.
Do you guys see yourselves talking about female issues?
Of course.
I could totally see that.
Don't be
Completely.
women bashing now.
No,
not bashing, just sharing the man's
it's a
opinion
fine line
on the
that we'll
women's
have to
aspect,
walk, but we'll be able to discuss everything.
It's gonna be an open conversation, to get everybody's perspective on a lot of different topics.
Look, she said women bashing. We all like, wait, hold on, relax. We like, calm down.
We no bash the women.
Okay, who's married and dating?
Yeah, same
You
question.
said, are we married? Are we married or dating?
Yes.
Oh man, we just out here single.
I'm enjoying it.
Shit. Hell yeah, we relaxing.
We say single as a Pringle.
Single as a Pringle.
Okay.
Man.
So single is the new relaxing. Okay.
Yeah. It's tough out here to date, you know?
It is.
It's
It
tough
is.
out.
And that's what we talk about too. Like last week we
Mm-hmm.
talked about relationships, and it's just
Mhm.
like now it's situationships. There's no
Right.
relationships really. So
Right.
Coming
Yeah.
also
I
out
think
of
there are.
Jersey
You just don't
area,
hear
right?
about them
Coming
as
down
much.
here is totally different to chatting with different people from down here in the South versus talking to people up in Jersey or New York. So definitely a little different in that aspect.
Yeah, for
gotcha.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, in the South where?
I don't know if
I'm
I'm
in North
Tell us
swag.
your
Carolina, so
business, but
this is South for me.
Oh,
You know,
y'all
coming
are. Oh,
I feel like everyone's everywhere. Where are you from,
oh,
Jordan?
I didn't know. I was like, we're not all from in North Carolina. Oh,
No. No,
no.
I'm in
Oh, fair.
Denver.
I'm in North
oh,
Carolina.
Crazy.
hell yeah.
I'm in Atlanta.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, I'm in Durham.
North
I'm in
Carolina.
Durham, North Carolina.
Oh, hey.
Hell yeah.
Not too far from
Raleigh.
me, Jordan.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I do want to ask
Where are you, London?
what is your target audience versus people who you guys think will come and listen to y'all? The age group wise.
We
Adults.
already got people
He
from
said adult.
19 to
Yeah.
20, 30. So we've got a fair, healthy mix of people. So we'll be able to tailor towards teens to older, I say older folks, but 30 to 40-year-old.
We
Yeah.
got
I
those
would,
jumps. We got like
Yeah.
19 to 28, and then it's like early 30s, and then of course, we jump all the way up to the old man at 44. And one of the things I was telling the ladies was when I was trying to do the cast for the men, I was trying to get some older men, but I kept running into the knuckle dragging older men. I was like, I don't want to do like the male women are the problem show and like all 6 people are just saying women are terrible. They don't know it. I didn't want to do that show. Just like with these ladies, I didn't want to have a bunch of women that just male bash all day. Like they'll say the positive things about men and they'll say the things that they don't like. And I feel like these guys actually do the same thing.
Great.
Yep. We love our
Yeah, I'm
kings,
looking
by the
forward
way.
to it. I'm so excited for all of you.
We
Yeah.
love our queens.
The only thing you said
Okay,
that
Jordan,
all the
okay,
women on
Jordan,
here are black.
No, I said it. I said it because she said we love is our kings or whatever. So I said it.
She was talking about me. Okay.
I was just saying in general.
The king.
No, I was saying in
king,
general.
So you already know I'm the one that's going to be I'm the oldest one, but I'm going to be the goofball on the show. That's the funny part.
And with that, Qiana, do you think you could get the older men to actually listen? And because they be so stuck in their ways, do you think they would actually come in and be like, "Oh yeah, that's a different perspective. I could understand and respect that."
Well, that's why we got 2 reasons. That's why we got Demetrius. I had to get somebody in their 30s, right? You're always gonna have, just like you're gonna have those class of women that aren't gonna listen to you. Girl, what you talking about? So we're already gonna have those class of men that no matter what you do, you can hit them over the head with the right thing, and they're never gonna change. Okay, but then you have those people who are, and it's always important that we have the age gaps because I can explain it from a 4-year-old man version, and then you have Jackson, like Jackson was talking about the day-to-day life of a male. Well, the day-to-day life of a male for Jordan at 19 as a man was not the same when I was 19.
Right.
So it's good to have those windows and perspective, and it's about helping us evolve together. Too many times the younger generation evolves first and pushes us out of the way, the ones who don't want to evolve. And now we can kind of like evolve together. And that's why with you ladies, you're not all the same age, because I didn't want the show with just a bunch of 40-year-old women talking or a bunch of 19-year-old women talking. So that's it. I think people who want to listen, I think Dr. Camille can back me up on this. People who want to listen will listen. People who don't want to listen, they're never going to listen, and that's fine.
Your
As
vibe
long as they
tracks
subscribe and hit the like button and pay that money.
Exactly.
And thank you all for your donations. That's the reframe.
Hell yeah.
So,
Yeah.
tonight's convo, we were talking about entrepreneurship. So for the guys, is that something, first, are any of you entrepreneurs? And secondly, is that something that you all are going to talk about on your side, on your podcast?
Good question.
Male entrepreneurship.
I'm not currently an entrepreneur, but I plan to build an empire for sure. Yeah, I do plan on talking about. I'm not gonna give away too much, but I already have stuff I'm working on, so I'm definitely gonna share like my journey with it and what I plan on doing and where I plan on going for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a good topic to bring up. Even if you aren't in the process of doing it, even talking about it may inspire someone to go that route. So you never know what you can do unless you go for it. That's definitely something we're gonna bring up.
I can't wait till this Qiana money comes up, because then I'm gonna be asking all y'all, who needs investors? Who needs investors?
There's some stuff in the stock market.
For sure. I'm gonna leave that to smarter people. I've got somebody that's gonna be doing that for me. I know it's better to learn it on your own, but there's something you don't know about me, Matthew. Well, you might know. I hate to read. I hate to read. That was one reason why I only got 3/4 through a PhD. Even though I got that far in, I said, you know what? Enough's enough.
Put on your thesis.
I have to.
Yeah.
Can you give me the audiobook?
I knew I liked you, Qiana. I did.
Huh?
I knew I liked you.
Girl, your husband on here. Shut up. So I think that's a good thing to talk about. We will have some crossover episodes, and I think that's pretty cool that Lena and Demetrius, they are happily married. A great example of a couple. Right? Great example of a couple, right? And then Dr. Camille Valentine is also the mom of London Valentine, who is in here, and I'm gonna.
I knew somebody was missing. I'm like, wait.
Well, there can only be 10 people on here, so when someone's camera cuts out, I just kind of replace them until they come back. And so I'm very interested to see some of these topics that we get into on cross shows and the differencing of opinion from Dr. Camille Valentine to future Dr. London Valentine, and from married Lena to Demetrius. Don't worry, we won't do any topics that might break up a home. I don't think that's possible anyway.
We're good.
You guys are too awesome, right?
Yeah, we're good.
You're beautiful. Beautiful baby.
I like how he just randomly jumps out, and then we got to figure out where to go from
He
here.
slid out. He slid out so smooth, man. It was.
He's been on camera enough. He can just let you know.
Yeah.
So, fellas, did y'all have any questions for us before we get out of here?
How was y'all show? Was y'all show good? Y'all liked it?
It was
great.
Yeah, we loved it.
It's always
great
great
information,
ladies.
Right.
So definitely tune in if you have time before y'all show come on. Just watch our show. Show us some love. Chime in, send comments. We'll read your comments. All of that. And then if we have time, no, I'm kidding. When your show comes on, we'll come and chat with y'all too.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate the love. That's it.
Sounds good.
All right, well, enjoy the show. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah.
All right,
good night.
Love
Good
guys.
morning.
Ladies.
Y'all
Good night.
Good.